I got accused of using AI during Psych NP school. Hey, what's up guys, it's me, the Psych NP David C. Today, I just want to share a story about what happened to me during Psych NP school. I got accused of using AI in one of my assignments by one of my professors. So I just wanted to share how everything went down and how you guys can avoid this problem in the future. Because as you know, AI is getting used a lot more often nowadays, and this is going to become a bigger problem very fast. Let's talk about it. Okay, so this happened roughly about 3 years ago in 2023. This was for my research utilization class, and the assignment was literally like a one-page paper. So we pretty much had to come up with our own research topic on what we're gonna research over the next 8 weeks of the class. So this assignment was just to come up with the research question and explain why you chose it pretty much. So for me, my strategy for school is just to make everything as simple as possible. I don't want to come up with some freaking very specific question that has very little research on it, which in the end will make it a lot harder for me to complete the assignment. So I wanted to come up with the most generic question that has a lot of research done on it already. So I'd have an easier time doing all the assignments related to that question afterwards. So the question or topic I came up with is, what are the effects of regular physical activity on depressive symptoms? That's a pretty generic question, right? Everyone knows regular exercise helps with mental health as well as physical health. So I was like, yeah, I'm sure this topic has a bunch of studies done on it. So I'm gonna have an easy time writing all the papers. And then for my why I chose that problem part of the assignment, I was like, oh, mental health awareness has increased so much recently, especially because of COVID-19. Many people are struggling to find ways to cope with their mental health. So I want to, find the effects of regular physical activity on mental health. It was short, easy, simple, one-page assignment I thought was done. And then a couple of days later, I get an email from my professor saying she wanted to talk to me one-on-one on a phone call. And I was like, okay. And then I asked my other classmates if they got the same thing, and no one else did. So I went into this phone call not knowing what it was about at all. And then my professor is like, oh, so your assignment had a 100% match on our AI detection system. And I was like, what? And she was nice about it, but she was like, yeah, so no, if this happens again in the future, we're going to have to give you an academic violation. And I told her, I was like, I don't use any AI systems at all. That was 100% my own work. And then she asked me a couple things did you use Grammarly? Which at the time I had absolutely no idea what Grammarly was. It turns out it's an AI system that helps you write and format your stuff. But anyway, I've never used that. And back then I wasn't using ChatGPT either or any other kind of AI. And she's like, yeah, well, okay, just try to write things in your own words from now on. And I was like, yeah, I do. But how can I avoid getting into this situation for future assignments? Since I'm already doing my own work and it's flagging me of using AI, how do I know it's not going to do it again in the future? And she literally said, I don't have an answer for you. We'll just cross that bridge when we get to it. And I was just like, okay. And then after I got off the call, I was thinking about it, if we cross that bridge when we get to it, it's going to be too late at that point for me because they're not going to believe me. And they're just going to give me an academic violation because oh, you have 2 AI 100% detections. So I was really trying to think of how I could solve this problem before getting to that bridge, especially since my professor didn't have an answer for how to not to get to that bridge. So I actually wrote an email to the dean, explaining the situation and all that. And the dean replied okay, yeah, we'll look into the situation. And then, they never got back to me about anything. I think they just forwarded my email to a bunch of nursing leadership at the school, and no one bothered to reply. So at that point, I was like, okay, from now on, I'm literally gonna record myself and also screen record myself doing all of my assignments from now on. Because in case they do try to accuse me of using AI again, I'll have actual proof that I'm not using it. And I was actually prepared to hire a lawyer and all that if they were to give me an academic violation. But luckily after that incident, nothing ever came up again regarding AI, so I was good after that. But I think maybe I had a year of school left after that, so I was recording myself doing every assignment for the whole year after that happened. I was not going to take any chances that they would like strike me with an academic violation and like I have no proof that I didn't do anything. I was prepared to like go to court and all that. But anyway, that's my story on how I was accused of using AI during my Psych NP school. That was like 3 years ago. And today, a lot more people are using AI. So this is only going to become like a bigger problem, like even faster. So my advice to you is obviously don't use AI. If you do get accused of using AI and you didn't, I would definitely escalate the first instance up to the dean so they have a record of like, you trying to counter their argument the first time it happened. Because if you don't address it to the dean the first time and you wait till like the second or third time that they accuse you, then you're going to have a much weaker case. So I would definitely escalate it ASAP. I would definitely record yourself doing all your assignments if you can, and definitely just gather as much proof as you can of you not using AI, just in case it becomes like an actual legal problem. Because there was no way in hell I was going to let them ruin like all my hard work in school just because an AI detection system says I used AI 100%. What are your thoughts about using AI in school? Let me know in the comments down below. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe. I do videos on like general psych stuff and Psych NP stuff. I am also on TikTok and Instagram if you want to follow me over there at the Psych NP David C. I do medication management for adults living in California. If you're interested, there's a link down below. And with that, your mental health just leveled up. You're welcome.